all want to do that. And so most people end up spending a lot of their life, number one, just working a job to pay bills. I myself have done that for many years, but that is another story for another day. And so you wind up, it's not just bad that you're working just to pay bills, but a lot of times we are working in fields and at jobs that we don't enjoy. We don't enjoy the people who we work with or for. And so we wind up on this wheel of unhappiness. You don't feel appreciated. You don't, and you also feel like you deserve better than what you're getting. All of that has this feeling of us being on a hamster wheel. When you are literally trading time for money, that's one of the biggest hurdles, but I'll deal with that in a second. And so, one of the things that knowing your purpose, knowing why you're here, and really creating the problem that only you were created to solve is that you no longer are trading time for money. You hear a lot of people talk about that, about when you are clocking in. Listen, I have done it for 30 years at the same place. When you are trading your time for money, there's only a certain amount of income that you're going to be able to make. Most people work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. That's really all you have. And so that's one of the reasons why it's so important to really not only find your purpose, but to use that purpose to pay your bills, to make a profit, to make some money. And there's a lot of reasons why that combination is so useful and so impactful. It is nothing like seeing somebody really stepping into their passion and their purpose in life and using that to not only change the world, but to also change their own life through the money that they make. That is a beautiful combination to use your purpose to make a profit. And so, another reason why you want to find out what your purpose is so that you can use that to make a profit is because it literally shifts you from being mediocre to really working in your magic. You shift from a daily your days looking like the days before to really creating the days that you really desire, that bring you joy, that allow, that don't not only change your life, but the people who are connected to you living out your purpose, you're also changing their lives. There's a certain energy, passion, love, excitement that comes when you are living and working in your purpose. I mean, you can spot it when somebody's got it. You can see it. It's very obvious. It's almost contagious when you see somebody living in their purpose. And here's the thing. It could be, I don't want you to just think about some lavish, extravagant purpose that's on a world stage. Like you could literally, your purpose could be working at a coffee shop. It could be working as a teacher at a school, really impacting the lives of the little people who you are in charge of. Because most of the people that I talk to, even though teachers do not get paid what they are worth, Usually, most of us have a teacher somewhere down the line that has made an impact in our lives. And so your purpose doesn't just have to be on a grand stage in movies and in concerts. It doesn't have to be that. It could literally be bringing joy to other people. Now, you want to figure out a way to do that that allows you to pay your bills. And here's another thing about the beauty of using your purpose to make money is that it literally allows you to change your life, because when you are doing what are passionate about, so many other avenues come up that you are able to be curious about. It could be a book, it could be a course, it could be speaking, it could be social media, it could be a coaching group, it could be once you are in your purpose, the different roads that you are able to go down to fulfill that are many. It literally just depends on how you want to facilitate that, how much work you're willing to put in. You might have to put in some money, but you can literally take what your purpose is and literally have 3 or 4 or 12, 15 different streams of income. So let me give you an example. Somebody said, oh Lord, have mercy. Y'all are so funny. Okay, so let me give you an example. So in a couple of lives that I did maybe last week, I was kind of highlighting some of the different passions that you can make a profit from and what that might look like. And so this live, I'm going to talk about, let's say you have a passion to be a baker. You love baking muffins, cakes, cookies, whatever it is. So let's say that's your passion and you or your purpose and your passion, and you want to use that to make a profit. And so, what are some things that you can do? What are some avenues that you can go down that can really help you to make some money from what your purpose is? This is bakers. Are they bakers? Let me see. Are they called bakers? Culinary, I don't know. I'm gonna say bakers for lack of a better word. So of course you can sell your products online. So this is in in most cases you are going to want to have an online presence. You're going to want to have something that people can go to, a website, a one page, a LinkedIn, something, and buy what you are creating online, because that it totally expands your reach, the number of people that you can reach, the number of shares that you can have, the number of customers that you can get. Now, you can offer a recipe book that is an ebook. Okay, so say you have your passion is smoothie recipes or baking cookies with only white chocolate chips. You could come up with some of your favorite cookie, cupcake, cake recipes and offer that in an ebook. And people who love to bake can buy your ebook. That is something that you can produce once and then mass produce it and sell it online. Another thing that you could do is a baking course. Now, you can have people sign up and you cook live through a webinar, a link, a Zoom, and to increase your revenue, maybe you have a special ingredient or a special cupcake pan that they could also purchase that you could mail to them in addition to the baking class. You could also have meal prep guides. You could share your tips. There's a lot of things that you could do electronically that can help raise your the amount of money that you make. Okay, now I am giving you these examples if you are a baker. But no matter what you are offering, no matter what your purpose and your passion is, you can take these ideas and cultivate it to whatever your purpose is. The second one is you can provide a service. And so by service, we mean you can sell custom cakes. Maybe you are selling cupcakes. Maybe you have, I love this one, a subscription treat box. Maybe that's something that if your kid is having a birthday party, you can just order these subscription cute treat boxes that they could buy, or you can maybe offer it every once a month for birthdays. There's a lot of different things that you can offer when you're looking at a subscription service, and parents love subscription services for kids because parents are always looking for something creative for their kids to do. So let's say you are sewing. Maybe you want to show kids how to knit, and you can have a knit subscription box for kids where you send them the tools, you send them the like. So take these examples that I'm giving you and really hone it and use it for what your purpose is. Okay, so that we talked about selling online. You have some examples for that. We also talked about providing a service. You talked about that. Thank you for the likes. And then you could teach about it. So maybe you create a class baking for beginners, sewing for beginners, knitting for beginners. So, whatever it is your purpose is, do a basic course for beginners. That might be something that you can teach about. Or let's say you talk about a profitable home baking content, like that's what you would record. So, like I'm doing, I am recording some ideas that you can put into place. If your passion or purpose is a baker, these are some of the things that you can do. So this is literally what I am doing, is teaching about it. Now, another thing that you can do is write about it. Now, you can write a blog post and then become an affiliate marketer in there for baking tools and utensils and things that you might need as a baker. You review those in your blog, and then you get a portion of the money off of every sale that the reader purchases within your blog. You can post an ebook with quick recipes. You can also write about your favorite tools that you use, baking hacks that you might have. You can basically write about anything that that you're passionate about. Of course, you can also use ChatGPT to do that. And if I need to create some prompts for you for that, I can certainly do that. You can also speak about it. Maybe in speaking about it, maybe you host a workshop where people come in and you talk about some of the things that you have experienced while you are being a baker. You can teach classes. I talked to one of my friends, and her and her husband went to a cooking class where they went to a kitchen. It was maybe four couples, and they all cooked a meal and then ate the meal. So if your passion is baking, if you are a baker, if you have a place that you can rent out where you would bake cupcakes. If you don't have that, you can bake the cupcakes and then have a class about decorating the cupcakes. There's so many things that you can do as you are thinking about how can I take what I love and make money from it. And one of the last ones is you can post on social media. So I did one of these for, I think, an interior designer and another passion. You have got to be posted on social media. I don't care what your passion is, posting is going to get you where you want to be a lot faster than word of mouth, um, email list. All of those things take time, but one of the quickest ways that you can get out your service or your product is through social media. Period. Okay, you got to do that. I know you don't want to be on camera, but sometimes you just have to get out of your comfort zone. Now, so post on social media. You can show time lapse baking videos. So I did this with a really quick, I like to do puzzles. So I did a time lapse with a really easy puzzle. And I just set it up. I really didn't even know how it worked at first, but it was perfect. I mean, it literally speeds up what you're doing. You just videotape it on time lapse. And so you could literally do a time lapse. You know, it reminds me of, I was on another app and they would show the oven and the bread rising in the oven. Listen, you it might not, that I know that probably does not sound exciting, but when I tell you it was absolutely amazing to watch the bread and the muffins puff up and expand and then get brown. You could do that. Also, some behind the scene clips. People love behind the scenes clip. But you know what? That's one that I have not done. Maybe I will do that to kind of show my setup, how I take notes. Like right now, I'm looking, this is my phone, but I also have my computer up here with the notes that I am using. And so sometimes the behind the scenes people are interested in because you really get to see how it's done as it is being done. Okay. And then you can also post some decorating tips. You can post anything. Not only posting videos, but you can post pictures, you can do voiceovers with B-roll, you can do A-roll where you are literally talking to your phone like I'm doing. Like there's so many different avenues that you can take. You can go on a podcast and be interviewed. You can interview other people. There's so many things that you can do as it relates to getting your business, your passion of what you want to do out into the world so you can make money. Now, I will say this. It's it get started because it's not going to be perfect and you can make adjustments along the way. What keeps a lot of us stuck is the fact that we think we have to have it all together in order to be perfect. We think that we have to have the detailed road instructions before we can get started. And the truth is that you do not. You do not have to have everything in place in order for you to begin. Most people don't begin. That is why so many people are in their comfort zone. You know, even myself. So I have been very passionate and intentional about YouTube for this second go round. This is my second go round. for about 3 weeks. And somebody, I think his name was Frank, I can't remember his last name, but he gave me some beautiful advice that I took. He gave me some pointers, but then he basically said, before I give you any more pointers, I'm going to see how consistent you are. Because that's what you hear from everybody on this app. On, hey, Krishina, is it Krishina? Krishna. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I have a name like that too. Um, but so good to see you. Hey, my friend. Um, and so he gave me some really, I'm talking about the advice that I got. And you also gave me a great piece of advice. Krishna. Is it Krishna? That is such a beautiful name. Krishna. Um, and you also gave me some beautiful advice. That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. Um, and so what I took that,